Welcome to Donmar TV News Channel.
Nangingibabaw naman sa pinakahuling survey ng Pulse Asia ang magtandem na sina dating Senator Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos at Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte Carpio. Ayon pa sa nasabing survey na isinagawa noong Disyembre 1 hanggang 6 na mayroong 53% ang pumili kay Marcos na maging pangulo nila sa taong 2022. Sinundan siya ni Vice President Leni Robredo habang nagtabla naman sa pangatlong pwesto sina Manila Mayor Isko Moreno at Senator Manny Pacquiao na nakakuha ng 8% at 6% naman si Senator Panfilo Lacson. Para naman sa pagkapangalawang pangulo ay nangunang Davao City na mayroong 45% habang sumunod si Senate President Vicente Soto III na mayroong 31%. Nasa pangatlong pwesto si Senator Franklin Drilon habang 6% si Dr. Willie Ong at 1% lamang si Deputy Speaker Lito Atienza. Mayroong 2,400 respondent ang survey na may edad 18 anyos pataas.
I'm here to answer some of your questions and possibly give you updates on what we have accomplished by far regarding the relief operations extended by the BBM Sara unit team. The floor is now open for your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, our friends from the media. Sige, sagutin ko yung anong tanong ninyo.
So one of the evidence filed by the petitioner shows by the petitioner was still the certification from the Quezon City RTC that there was no receipt of the tax settlement from Senator Marcos. So paano po natin sa papaliwanag sa tax?
It was intelligently discussed by our Chief Legal Counsel, the esteemed Attorney Estelito Mangtito Mendoza, that in the petition filed by the petitioners in this case of petition to deny or cancel due course or deny due course to the certificate of candidacy of presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos, wala ho silang inattach na kahit na anong pruweba doon. And it was not even presented during the pre-trial or preliminary conference. What they have attached are products of their belated presentation of evidence in the practice of our profession is not allowed. The procedural aspect of trial practice, the court will not countenance any surprise or an ambush tactic on the respondent. Kung sino yung nagdedemanda, sila dapat yung nagbibigay ng pruweba. And that is why I have here with me this afternoon yung ating proof na tayo I have here the certification coming from the Bureau of Internal Revenue showing that presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos have paid all his deficiency taxes including interest. So doon sa ating lahat ng supporters ng BBM Sara Unit Team, ito na po yung iniintay nating lahat na pruweba. Matagal na sa amin ito, subalit purposely hindi namin pwedeng ipakita dahil nga naghahanap or fishing for evidence yung mga petitioners na walang layuning gawin kundi guluhin at idiskaril yung maayos na kandidatura ni Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. In this certification, malinaw po dito na binayaran yung due for 1982, 83, 84, and 85. So wala hong pagkakautang si Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. na buwis or tax deficiency or penalty or interest. Bayad ho at binayaran na matagal ng panahon nung date paid December 27, 2001. Again, I urge on the petitioners and those who will be similarly situated dahil hinahayaan nila yung kanilang mga grupo o sarili na gamitin ng mga vested interest na walang layunin kung hindi sirain ang kandidatura ni Bongbong Marcos, wag na ho kayo magpagamit. Ito po yung patunay galing mismo sa BIR na bayad lahat ng interest penalty at kung anumang obligasyong pananalapi ni Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. bunsod nung kasong pilit nilang iginigiit na wala naman hong basihan.
Sir, yung yung number 3 yung sa CA ruling, number 2 was to pay deficiency income taxes, and in the first answer of Attorney Mendoza, he said the order was unclear. Was there any effort in the years back to clarify kung ano ba yun, kung kailangan ba siyang bayaran? Malinaw
yung decision ng Court of Appeals. Ang problema nga, sorry to say, ang problema doon sa mga nagdedemanda, hindi rin nila ginagawa. Yung kanilang obligasyon sa sambayan ng Pilipino, yung kanilang obligasyon sa Commission on Election, wag nating gawin na take-off point ng mga political propaganda ang COMELEC. Ulitin ko, wag ho na nating perwisyohin ng COMELEC. Ang dami-dami yung mas seryosong trabaho ng COMELEC na dapat nilang paghandaan patungkol sa nalalapit na May 9, 2022 election. Huwag na natin buhusan ng mga walang kasusta-sustansyang petisyon laban kay Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Alam mo ninyo, well, of course, magagaling naman itong ating mga opisyal ng COMELEC, but I think as a lawyer, as an officer of the court, it's high time for the Commission on Election na i-assert ang kanilang independence at i-assert ang kanilang constitutional mandate pag nakikita na mga pawang basurang petisyon at kaso ang inihahain laban sa kanila. Sa clerk of court lamang ng komisyon, pwede nang magbigyan ng due course yan. And I say this with all conviction sapagkat ilan na ba yung petition laban kay Bongbong Marcos? Paulit-ulit lang ang aligasyon, nagpapalit lamang ay yung mga petitioners o nagdedemanda.
Sir, just categorically, yung deficient taxes na separate item sa ruling ng CA.
It has been paid, we owe nothing to the government at walang basihan. Nandiyan pati sa aming memorandum. Hindi ba? Basta kung ano yung idinedemanda nila, yun ang aming sinasagot. Wala hong basihan to disqualify Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. Uulitin ko, wala hong basihan to deny or not to give due course to his certificate of candidacy. Tuloy-tuloy po ang kampanya ng BBM Sara Unity Team at hindi na po mapipigilan ito. Ipinakita ko na ho yung aming ebidensya at I guess this will give some source of joy, cheers and smile to the supporters of Bongbong Marcos and Mayor Inday Sara Duterte.
Sir, what would be the reason bakit walang record on file sa PCC at OCC ng QCRTC? Was it...
I can only speak for Bongbong Marcos. I am not the spokesperson of the RTC who rendered the decision or of the Office of the Clerk of Court of the RTC of Quezon City. You feel free to ask them.
Sir, as a lawyer, what do you think is the...
I do not engage in speculations.
But you think this has more weight than the certification from the...
Because the long and short of this discussion ay kung meron bang nabayaran o hindi. Hindi ba? Sinagot na ng BIR, there is no greater authority pagdating sa usapin ng income tax return at payment of taxes than the BIR. Tell me one agency or authority that is more superior than the Bureau of Internal Revenue when it comes to enforcement of tax laws.
Hi sir, good afternoon. Just Panash po from ABS-CBN. Sir, any reaction to the result of the recent Pulse Station survey showing na nangungulo po sa BBM?
Nagpapasalamat ang tambalang Bongbong Marcos, Sara Duterte sa patuloy na pagtaas ng kanilang numero. Maraming salamat ho sa lahat ng aming mga taga-suporta, nagmamahal at nagtitiwala. Subalit, klaro po kay Bongbong Marcos at kay Mayor Inday Sara Duterte, wala pa ho tayong pinapanalo. Ang eleksyon ho ay May 9, 2022 pa. So ang aming pong pakiusap sa milyong-milyong nagmamahal at tumatangkilik sa BBM Sara Unity, tuloy lang po yung ating mabubuting gawain, tuloy lang po yung ating mabubuting trabaho. Let's keep on organizing, let's keep on moving forward, moving ahead as we head on to the campaign proper. At again, maraming salamat. Magandang pamasko ito. We are looking at these very handsome figures that was released today bilang dagdag na motivation, bilang dagdag na inspiration. But again, it's clear kay Bongbong Marcos, wala pa ho tayong ipinapanalo at ang halalan po ay sa May 9, 2022 pa.
Sir, where do we attribute it yung magandang resulta po na survey?
Well, I can only, top of mind, ako ang nakikita ko for presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos, nakikita ng tao na talagang maayos, hindi palaaway, hindi basag ulo, at hindi mapagpatol, at talaga namang very humble yung pagkatao ni Bongbong Marcos. Pangalawa, sa tingin ko, nakatulong somehow ang pandemic sapagkat yung mga maling kwento tungkol sa kanya at sa kanyang pamilya ay pinasunangilingan nitong pandemic sapagkat tayong mga ordinaryong tao, tayo pag nagkasakit, yung mga nagkasakit ng pandemya, 2 taon, magtatatlong taon na ho tayo, doon pa rin tayo dinadala sa National Kidney Institute, sa Lung Center, sa Heart Center, sa PGH, at ang nagdedetermine pa rin whether tayo positive o hindi ay ang RITM, meaning it's been a lapse of 40 years at walang naidugtong na equally competent, if not more competent institution na tutugon sana doon sa mga nagkasakit na kababayan natin ngayong panahon ng pandemya. And yan yung mga top of mind na nakikita natin. At of course, yung patuloy na gawain niya, kagaya nitong pagtugon sa mga nasalanta ng bagyong Odette, walang fanfare, walang bitbit na media, tumutulong lang, nakikipagkita lang sa mga provincial governors or the LGU heads. Ite-turn over lamang yung kanyang dalang maliit na tulong at aalis na at tutungo na naman doon sa isang lugar o probinsya na sinalanta ng bagyo. And na-appreciate ng tao yung kanyang sincerity at yung kanyang authenticity.
Sir, speaking of the relief aid, yung mga in-cash and in-kind po na binigay sa mga victims, is that personal money, campaign kitty from donors?
We do not have campaign kitty yet to speak of. And maraming tumutulong kay Bongbong Marcos pagdating ho sa relief goods. Marami hong pinagkakatiwala ho nila yung kanilang pinaghirapang pera dahil alam nila pagka kay Bongbong Marcos mo inintrega, whether it be in cash or in relief goods, dumarating at makakarating doon sa mga intended beneficiary. Lahat po ito ay ambag ng mga kaibigan, and marami pa ho ang nagbibigay ng tulong. At for the information of everyone, ang bilin ni Bongbong Marcos na personal, yung mga natulungan na, balikan natin uli sapagkat siya mismo ay kumbinsido, these people on the ground na nabiktima ho ng Bagyong Odette, hindi pa ho sapat yung natatanggap nilang tulong at wala ho silang Paskong madarama. Kaya ang kabilin-bilinan ho niya, ituloy natin ang ating relief drive, tumulong tayo at ating pamaghatid ng tulong doon sa mga nasalanta.
Last question, okay. Sir, last sir. Ayun. Sir, clarify ko lang if si Atty. Mendoza yun ba yung mag-handle ng DP cases against him?
He is our lead counsel, so we consult him for all legal moves. And as you know, the caliber of Atty. Estelita Mendoza. So we yield to his wisdom, we yield to his brilliance.
So kayo na ba kaya answer dito?
For which one?
Tatlong DQ cases. Yung sa Karma, Akbayan, and then Abubakar Mangele.
We will be filing our answer. We will be filing our answer.
Sir, natanggap nyo na yung summons.
Natanggap na. Kahapon yata. Tanggap yata kahapon. Sa dami, my apologies, sa dami, we've lost count and minsan nalilito na rin kami sa dami. And I think marami pa raw ipa-file. So kaya nga kami, that's just my thought as a lawyer, as a practitioner, as a litigator. Dapat siguro, for the Commission on Election, hindi ko naman sila pinapangunahan. It's time for them to assert their independence. It's time for them to assert their constitutional mandate na huwag ninyong gawing laruan at huwag ninyong paglaruan ng Commission on Election because there are far more serious matters that they have to attend to in preparation for the 2022 elections.
Attorney, may senatorial list po ba kayo and what can you say about Mayor Sara's own senatorial list?
No, the list released by Mayor Sara is essentially the same as ours. But as you know, marami nagtatanong bakit wala pa raw senatorial list. Late na raw, yung iba nakapaglabas na. Hindi late dahil ang start po ng campaign for senatorial is still on February 8. And marami pa ho ang nagsisignify na gustong sumama. Kaya po kami ay umuupo pa rin bilang yung alliance po ng Partido Federal, ng Lakas CMD, ng Bupong at ng PNP. So yung release po na listahan ni Mayor Inday, it's essentially the same, what we have on our list. But kulang pa ho yung magdadagdag pa kami ng aming senatorial candidates.
Sir, what are you waiting for? Ang pagpayag nila or ang pagpayag nyo na kunin sila?
Madami kasi sila. Madami talaga. And we're still finalizing kung ano yung magiging final list na aming i-release. At marami pang nag-signify asking for some more time na makasama. And again, babalikan ho ninyo lahat ng statement na sinabi ko. Patuloy yung ating pagbuo ng higit na malakas na alyansang politikal, maging ito ay lokal o nasyonal.
Can you give us name po ng ilan dun sa tingin ninyo ay ginto na makakapagbigay pa ng laking pag-angat sa survey at sa
lahat ng nais tumulong, lahat ng kandidatong nais mapabilang sa unit team ni BBM at Sara, if I may adopt your term, ginto yan. Lahat ng tao an asset. And yung human resource is a valuable resource. So lahat yan, ang tingin namin dyan ay asset, lahat yan ay ginto.
Pwede kong bigyan nyo kami isang pangalan dun?
In-exclude mo na yung iba. Lahat yan ay ginto. If you name one, you have essentially excluded the rest.